Yo, what's going on, guys? I know that we skipped a video last weekend. I wanted to spend time with my mom on her birthday, and I also upped my hours to make up for the horrible market and bad decisions that I made during that market. So it is a bit discouraging to say the least. Views are down, sentiment is down, more toxic BS on Twitter. Earnings for many companies came out last week and the week prior, and they were pretty bad, including Tesla, although in my opinion it wasn't horrible. But something we should talk about is the turnaround. While there was peak fear in stocks in October, people were still talking about a crash and things getting worse, but that's not what happened. Now, quickly, before people jump to a conclusion, I'm not saying that we are ready to bounce, but we will be at some point. Now, picking the bottom is foolish, but starting to buy a little after many of our projects are down over 50%, in my opinion, is a decent idea. We are in a very speculative market though, as opposed to stocks and crypto, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did drop another 50% on top of that or something similar. But if you are going to, let's say, watch Clay Nation go from around 1900 and then watch it bounce to 2500 and then buy back in, then you are missing out on that better entry. I also understand that buying in once price supports your theory about a rebound is pretty smart, and people do this with stocks and crypto all the time, but I think it's better to do your own research ahead of time and have your own conviction before letting price convince you that you were right the entire time. So once again, let me say this, please don't go all in. The purpose of buying in small is so that if it does continue to fall, then you can buy a little bit more. Another thing to think about is that Cardano fell pretty hard once again, from around 48, 47 cents down to about 37, 38, I think is where it's sitting at now. So buying a Clay for 1900 is now even cheaper than it was just a week ago. And I'm just using Clay as an example. It's my profile picture, it's what I believe in, but I'm a guy who held through every peak and hasn't made much at all, so do your own research. I would also say Ape Society is a great buy-in opportunity, but it is still much higher than most of our NFTs on Cardano, so you just have to know your own budget. I also found myself getting frustrated with watching my total ADA decrease and tried searching elsewhere. I will always return to Cardano, but there are cycles and we should be aware of them and be willing to think outside of the Cardano box once in a while. I tried a few Polygon NFTs and had my moments to sell for a very small profit, and I didn't because I thought, hey, what's a $10, $20 gain gonna do for me? And now I'm down 28. So this is another problem that I think a few people have, including myself. Normies, for example, were up around 70 at their peak, but if you only had one like myself and you bought it around 48, then it's like, what's $20 to $30 going to do? And we think about scaling, and if you put in $5 and you're up to $10, then you doubled and you should probably take it out, even though it's only $5. Then you can put that $10 next time in an attempt to do it once again. And if you're getting nervous and realize maybe I did do a bad play, then just take it out, even if it's for a loss. Because many of us have this, oh, it's just $5 or it's just this. And then we lose just this and just that over and over again. Take your small wins and listen to your gut. If volume is slowing down, don't think maybe we'll pick it up. It won't pick up. Another thing I want to mention is minting. It's dead for the most part. Don't mint. Buy off secondary and only buy things that you won't have in the back of your mind wondering, did I make the right choice? Don't buy cheap projects because you only have 100 or 200 ADA or whatever. Save up and own something that's actually going to hold value. If you only have 400 to 500 ADA and you can't afford one of the projects that you want, then just keep buying more ADA slowly until you can buy back in. Or what I might do if that was me, I may just wait till the bull market to where mints are worth it again. Also with NFTs, we've said this many times, a lot of people say it, and it's true. You want to own more than one of the same project because if it does start to do well, then you can take profits. But if you only own one, then you're either selling completely out of the project or you hold. So if you're in a position to where you can only buy one, or let's say you're in a position where you bought one and you were expecting it to go down a little bit more and then you were going to buy, but it didn't and it goes up, then you only have two options. You can either sell out for the current price that it's at, or you can wait until a higher point. You will of course be upset if you sell too early, but you'll be even more upset if you start to lose money and you don't have a lot to begin with. Last thing that also touches on finding other opportunities is knowing what these are. There have been talks about alt season due to certain coins like Pepe increasing to crazy amounts, but people including myself have maybe confused this with alt season. It's just with a few coins that have pumped and doesn't signal that we've actually entered a rotation. Stay the course, focus on some other things in your life, work a few extra hours, hang out with your friends that you neglected because during football season you were minting NFTs. Check back in every other week and relax. This is a long game and many things still need to play out with our markets before there's any indication of what is going to happen. I know I usually cover some projects to mint each week, but I do think that our attention is better off thinking about our last moves during the last cycle and figuring out how to make better decisions next time. There is some cool news though with Mutants and Dirtbirds building their Fortress Labs. They will be explaining more details on this at some point. And Mutants also have their new PFP collection coming up on the 28th, so that can hopefully spark a little excitement. You will be burning NFTs and spending their token to mint, so I do like that. There will be a decently affordable mint for people already holding Mutants, but I do wish that this was delayed a little till a bullish market because it could have helped pump some of the other collections within Mutants, and new people also could have gotten in. But I worry that due to the volume being so low, the only people who will mint will be the same people who are already holding. But wrapping up everything, I'm trying to say, don't read Twitter, don't watch all this FUD and hatred. When things are at their worst, you're not going to know it. I appreciate everyone for watching throughout this bear market and everyone who joins the Discord and has open discussions with us. It really makes me happy that we have a small group that continues to help each other and tries to stay positive through it all. Remember to get outside, see your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace.